2. It's your girl Sunshine, and I am currently out here in Jacksonville, Florida, and I had to bring y'all this video because for some reason every single time I get to Florida, or not every single time, but it's something about me and men in Florida. The men in Florida. Last time I did a status update, and I told y'all that I had to call the police on a guy in Florida because he was basically harassing me and basically trying to holler. And when I was leaving him, like dissing him or whatever, he just aggressively went after me like that. Like, he just wouldn't leave me alone, and he started disrespecting me and calling me all out of my name. And I'm like, look, you got the wrong person. Like, I'm the most calmest person ever, but certain things just triggers me, and one of them is just being disrespected, and not, especially if I didn't do anything to you and I don't know you, and you just gonna make it your mission to disrespect somebody. And sometimes you have to set an example out of certain people. And I just said, you know what, this dude just kept coming around, even circling my truck. But that's not what this story is about. This is about today's events at Jacksonville PUBLIX distribution center. When I tell y'all that I lost my cool, when I tell y'all I snapped, remember I told y'all one of these days these shippers and receivers, these people, is gonna cause one of these drivers to snap on them. And luckily for me, I'm a calm, cool person. But I am not, this is not a clickbait, y'all. I am serious when I say I lost my cool and almost got arrested today. Like, all this stuff happened like a few moments ago, like a few minutes ago. I just had to calm down, get to a truck stop, go in there, wet my face up, wash my face up, and get myself all the way back together. And I had to get off their property. But let me tell you guys how this story started. So this is trucking, story time in trucking, live in action in Jacksonville, Florida at the PUBLIX distribution center. Sunshine could have been your cellmate. So stay tuned. And yesterday we were in Franklin, Indiana at a shipper, and our appointment time is critical, where we're supposed to go from Franklin, Indiana to Jacksonville, Florida, be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I noticed we're very good with our time because we expedite loads all the time. I immediately noticed that we weren't gonna make it on time. So I looked at the reviews at this PUBLIX warehouse, and they were crappy as ever. I mean, I didn't see not one good review. I've seen reviews where people were getting one pallet and it would take 6 hours to offload them. And I said, okay, everybody's saying you're gonna be here all day, you're going to be here, you're gonna be waiting. That's not an issue with me. I said I can wait all day, and then I just want to go home. We're gonna deadhead home because it's the end of the year. I run a big operation, so I gotta do get my tax paperwork together, and I gotta get my 4th quarter fuel taxes. It's a bunch of paperwork stuff that I have to get done, so I need to be home. Screw all loads. We're gonna go home empty after we drop this load. But I knew I was gonna be late, so I pre-called. It was after hours, so I called PUBLIX distribution center perishable department, and I explained to them, I said, we're on an expedited team load. We have to be to you guys, we're scheduled to be to you guys at 8 a.m. but it looks like we're not even loaded yet at the shipper, and we're going to be late. So will you guys work us in, or should we not even get loaded? Because I do not want to, honestly, I do not want to sit at your facility over the weekend or until Monday because I really need to be home. Just straight communication. I spoke with 2 people. They said, no, you don't have to worry about it. Try to get here as soon as possible. As long as you're here before 1:30 p.m. today, we will accommodate you. So get here as fast as you can. I said, okay, I'm gonna be here between 11:30 and 12 noon, no later than 12 noon. We got there 11:30. Soon, this is where when I say expedite, we delivered this load straight through, non-stop, filled up our tanks before we got there, and straight through. Jason drove straight through, and I switched over. We did not bullcrap. Switched over the shift and shot it straight to them so that we can get out of there. But we knew we was gonna be some waiting individuals because they just slow, according to the reviews. The security at the gate, 2 guys. One is kind of serious and everything, and he's like, man, he's serious, but at the same time he like, man, they got you. And coming from a person that has expedited some stuff and has communicated this stuff, it just really pissed me off. I'm like, is that all you have? We have expedited this load to you non-stop, didn't take a bath or a shower or whatever, just ran it. You know, drivers, when we have to expedite loads, you have to get your shower in the morning the next day or after you deliver the load. So you have some sacrifices that you have to make and shuffling to get this load to them. So to get to that security gate, at this point, and for him to just, within a 5-minute, you done went almost 900 miles overnight. And to get to this security gate, you just get told, they got you, and let me see what I can do. So he called somebody in the office and said, hey, we got a truck here. They got 26 pallets of cheese and yada, yada, yada. And they were supposed to be here at 8. And are you guys? And then he just quickly got off the phone and was like, yeah, it looks like they got you. You're going to have to get with your company and have them reschedule it. And then once they reschedule it, you're good. But they really got you, because we don't even have, we don't even have a third shift or whatever. So that's not true. They lied to you and the whole accommodating stuff and just laughed it off. So me, at that point, I'm upset, and I feel like drivers need to stand up more for themselves. So I'm like, you know what, this is not it. In order for you to get out of this place, they gotta let you through the security gate to turn around and go back out. So they let me through the security gate, and I stopped. Instead of me whipping back around and going out of the gate, I stopped, pulled over, put my flashers on, and I called them directly. Like, before I even leave out of y'all facility, I need to speak to a supervisor about this, because this is just not right. So I called in, and they kept forwarding me to different numbers and stuff, and I'm like, you know what, I don't have time for this. I keep getting this same lady. So I said, ma'am, I know you don't work in that department, but do you guys have a public entrance that I can come through so that I can look for the supervisor myself and talk to the supervisor so that I can explain to them what just took place? And honestly, in my head, all drivers are gonna be like, do they really care? Like, you're wasting your time. But I need to speak with somebody versus driving 900 freaking miles to be laughed at and told, oh, they got you. Y'all just wasting my freaking time. So I'm preparing myself. I get in through the freezer. She like, okay, just go through door 345. Keep following the signs until you see that door. I go through door 345, pull up, put my hazards on, and I am preparing myself to explain. I'm getting even more mad because of the fact, just thinking about everything. And I'm preparing myself, even though I just heard bad news, I'm preparing myself to politely talk to a supervisor and explain to them that I just drove 900 miles, expedited it straight through, just for them to tell me that someone lied to me. And why would they do something like that? Like, and if there's any way, because you guys have been told no before, and has been also, when you talk to a supervisor, they might be able to work something out and get somebody to stay behind a little bit more. Because when I walked into this warehouse, I mean, it's a full operation with people being offloaded. So I'm like, I'm even trying to talk to there's a guy, I run into one of the freezer guys, and he like, okay, I'm gonna take you down here and escort you down here. He's saying follow me, because I'm not, even though I went through door 345, I'm not crazy. I'm not about to go and walk through someone's facility without permission, especially with expensive food and everything, and they got security, because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me if I had a facility like that. You're breaking rules and you're not. So I was escorted to inside of the freezer areas where the dock area, and there's a office. So the guy who escorted me there, he said, okay, just stay right here, and so one of them should be able to help you and everything like that, or I'm gonna go look for he said, I'm gonna go look for the supervisor, or try to get the supervisor for you. Another guy walked up to me, and not to say racist, because it's not a race gay thing, but I'm just gonna tell y'all, there was an African American dude that escorted me up to that point. Then there's a Caucasian dude that walked up to me and asked me what was going on. And after he heard all that I did, he said, well, ma'am, you're just gonna have to wait for you're gonna have to speak to the supervisor about that. Respectfully, I said, okay. Then he walked off somewhere. I think he was going to help the other guy get the supervisor, because he saw that I was kind of upset and everything. He's like, I can't help you, we close at this, and I don't know who told you that. And every time somebody told me I don't know who told you that, they lied, that just really just brought me up a notch. And I'm like, you know what, just get to the supervisor. So they were looking for the supervisor. This random guy in freezer uniform, full gear, comes out of nowhere, out of this office area. So I'm automatically assuming that he is the supervisor. So at this time, I thought he was the supervisor, because he walked up to me like, ma'am, what is going on, or what's going on? So I'm trying to hold back I'm getting emotional. I'm telling him, like, look, I just drove 900 miles, expedited. Someone in night shift, 2 people in night shift told me to get it here ASAP. Like ASAP, and we will accommodate you, because it was a team load. And I told him I got this load here, drove it straight through 900 miles. I have my daughter with me, just adding that into the details, right? Did I tell y'all what race he was? He was like Arabic, Arabian, Arabic, whatever. And so I'm thinking he was a supervisor, not because of his race, but I gotta share with y'all his race, because I'm from Detroit, and we have a city in Detroit called Dearborn, where they have a lot of Arabic people. And sorry if I'm not saying it right, but I just say Arabic. But we have a lot of Arabic dudes there, and they are how they treat women, for some reason, from my experience with dealing with them, how they treat women sometimes can be a little bit disrespectful. And I don't like to stereotype or prejudge people, but this was one of the guys that reminded me of some of the men in Dearborn, Michigan. They are very disrespectful to women. It doesn't have to mean because you're black or whatever, but they're just disrespectful. They don't have no respect for women. And so when there's a truck coming. When I just assumed, since he had on all these badges and gadgets and stuff, he was the supervisor. He walked up to me, asked me what's going on. So at that point, I'm like, this is the supervisor. This is your chance to break down everything and really emotion, passion, and tell this guy, like, look, I done drove 900 miles. I have a daughter with me, a 1-year-old with me or whatever, and we drove this straight through and everything. And so while I'm telling my story in the middle, he just instantly just cut me off after asking me what is going on and everything, like he's a supervisor or whatever. And then he just like basically like shut up. Like he didn't say shut up, but he did the like okay, that's enough. I'm tired of hearing you talk right now. That I don't know who. And then he was like, I don't know who you were, who told you that or whatever, because that's not even the case. Like getting aggressive with his voice, like raising his voice and everything. I don't know who told you that, because that's a lie or whatever. And I'm like, you just saw me talk. I said, are you the supervisor? I was like, are you the supervisor? He's like, no, that ain't what I said. No, he was like, basically shut up, cut me off, and was like, I don't know who told you that was a lie, but you're gonna have to talk to the supervisor. I'm like, if you're not the supervisor and you just saw me explain this same story to these 2 other guys that said they were looking for the supervisor, why would you even ask me? What was your point in walking up to me and asking me what was wrong if you couldn't help me and you just wanted to know and wanted to be rude? And at this point, I'm getting emotional because this is the 3rd person that I done told my story to. But this one individual, him, it was the way that he cut me off. Everybody else listened to me. It didn't take me but a minute to just, or less, a few seconds to tell them what was going on. This dude just like did the finger. He did the finger, like shut up, that's enough. And then he took it to a whole nother step. The reason why this is so patchy is because it's raining right now. That's how freaking, the rain isn't even bothering me. That's how you guys know that I was just like, the rain is actually helping me right now. It's calming me down. But all this stuff took place in a matter of seconds, like our conversation. And it's kind of patchy because I pretty much snapped on this dude because he basically cut me off, told me to shut up and to just deal. After I asked him why would he talk to me or ask me what's wrong if he's not the supervisor, he just was like, well, you're gonna have to talk to the supervisor, and went in the office real quick. It was like, that's enough, like you just talk to the supervisor, whatever, and slammed this freaking door. He slammed the door on me, and the guys in the side of the office are just laughing. They're laughing, and I don't know, something about it. It wasn't even the fact that they was laughing. It was the fact that he was laughing. When I tell you the crazy Carrie, if y'all watch the movie Crazy Carrie, when I tell you the crazy side of me just snapped, before I know it, I done snatched that door open so fast. And one thing about me is it takes a lot to piss me off. It really does. Like, I can deal with a lot of stuff, but this was just emotions just all bottled up, and just I done drove straight 900 miles, and this dude just wasted my time, slammed the door on me, and he's laughing. And like it's a joke, like, look what I just did to her. And they was even like, oh, like, why would you do that? So I'm like, my brain just shut off. Like, the same side of my brain just shut off. And before I knew it, in a matter of seconds, I done snatched the freaking door open so hard, it hit the wall, the freezer wall, so the warehouse wall so hard. And I done told this dude, I said, look, and y'all know I don't curse. I don't like to curse. But if I get pissed off and you piss me off, 2 things about me. If I'm cursing at you or whatever, then you done really piss me off. Another thing, if you bring a freaking tear, if you can make me cry, and y'all see I have really tiny like eyes, so if I cry or even shed the slightest tear, my eyes look all like baggy and bubbly. So y'all can tell I didn't go boo-hoo crying or whatever. But if you bring a tear, if you see a freaking tear roll down my freaking eye, woe to the person that makes me cry, because you are probably about to get jacked up, all the way up, like jacked up. So, hold on, decline. You're about to get jacked up. So, and I think that was the broker, so they probably called snitching on me. So I snatched the door open to the office little area that they in there, he laughing, and I said, look, don't effing play with me. I said, don't effing play with me. There will be cheese all over this mother effing parking lot, and you will get effed up, to the guy. But all while I'm getting this out, here comes the supervisor coming from around the corner. See, he saw me rip open the freaking door and do this, and he like, whoa, don't. Like, that's all I heard him say is, whoa, don't. And the dude that was laughing, when I snatched that door open on him, he put his arms out real, like, stretched out his arms. He was like, whoa. I'm like, no, mother lover, don't act innocent now, because this security supervisor is coming. You done brought the crazy out of me, so you about to get the full extent, you about to get the full length of my freaking wrath, because I'm not about to play with you. It's either that's one thing about me, I'm a straightforward person. You gonna get it however you treat me, that's what you gonna get back out of me. And one thing about me, you is not gonna get no fakeness, and I cannot stand people that act innocent around certain people. If you want to be ignorant and do some stuff and disrespect someone, and then you go slamming doors on people, and then when you see a supervisor or a higher up, you then switch and turn into a whole different person and want to act innocent. And at this point, I'm looking like Crazy Carrie, so it looked like I'm the aggressor, which I probably was the aggressor at that point, which I don't care. And all the supervisor see is me snatching open his office door, about to attack this dude, and the dude throw his arms open and act innocent. I'm like, no, buddy, you about to get the full length of this. And now I'm just like, it's gonna be cheese everywhere, and you about to get effed up in the process. And he want to say, whoa, because I'm like, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready. At this point, I done drove all this way. Screw what I had to say to the supervisor. Screw all that. You about to get some unnecessary freaking beat down that wasn't even coming your way, because you done just invited yourself into a conversation and then try to be disrespectful and joke about it, and you done just snapped one of my buttons that is rare and snapped, and now I'm about to set it off in this place. So something told me at the point that I snatched that door open and he did that, and I turned around and seen that supervisor. For some reason, when I seen that supervisor saying, whoa, no, that's when I realized I done had to come back to reality. And it's like I brought myself back to my sane state. And it was like, girl, okay, you need to calm down. You done took this a little bit too far. You about to go to jail. And then what really straightened me out is they had security running down through the freezer for me. I was like, girl, you need to calm down. So at the point, I'm like, I started fanning myself. I was like, look, sir. I said, look, I don't even remember half of what I was saying, but all I know is I brought myself back to composure. Reality set in when I seen security running down through the freezer, and I seen the security guard basically speed walking trying to get to the office, and the dude was back acting innocent, and they shut him into that office so fast, like, don't come out. because apparently whatever you and her just got through talking about, she is clearly about to jump on you. And I just turned to the security thing at the supervisor, and somehow, long story short, I got to explain my situation to him and let him know what was going on. Security was wondering how did I get into the building, and I had to explain to them how I got into the building. And all this stuff while I was talking to them, I was literally tears, just boo-hoo, just tears. I had to calm that. Once tears start flowing, I cried all the way to the truck stop because I was still just like pissed off at how emotional. Even talking, it was just like, woo. And the supervisor, I said, look, sir, I said, I apologize. I did apologize to the supervisor. I said, I apologize for my actions. I said, you have to understand, it is a rare occasion if I snap on someone like that. I said, I run an operation of this many drivers and dispatch and agent and everything. I said, so this guy right here, he really brought like the wild side out of me, because this is not me. I'm like trying to explain to the guy, I'm like, this is not me. He just disrespected me and I snapped. But I do apologize for my actions. And now, after all of that, me apologizing to the supervisor, he explained to me, I said, I'm just trying to figure out how does this work, because apparently I was lied to, which that was the case, by these overnight people, and I expedited this and I really need to get home. And what is the procedure now? Where do we go? What do we do now? And he told me to go to the truck stop. No, he said, you can stay here, park over here until 8 o'clock and we will stage you or whatever. I said, sir, honestly, I need to get away from this facility. So I need a break from this facility. So I'm about to I would prefer to go to the truck stop. That way I can get me a shower and get myself together and come back the right way. And he said, okay. And he said, come back here 8 o'clock. We'll set you up in a staging area. We'll get you unloaded and you'll be good. And I said, what is your name, sir? His name is Gary. So I don't know how this is gonna play out tonight when I go back there, but just know they even had security escort me all the way out of the facility, drive me back to the guard shack. And let me tell you something, that security guard was acting all tough and everything. He was acting all tough and everything inside of the facility. And I'm looking at this dude like, dude, you security? And I'm like, hold up. I said, I understand you security, but just, sir, let me talk to this supervisor. But I looked at him, I'm like, dude, y'all gonna need to bring some bigger, tougher security if y'all want to get Crazy Carrie to get up out of here, because he was about the same size as me, had his little flashlight and whistle. And he probably gonna see this video, because I told him, long story short, when we got out of there, he was all acting all serious, I guess, because he was around the supervisor. But when we got out of there, he was basically like, you could tell that was like the highlight of his day. Like, and even the security guards at the front guard shack, they was enjoying all of that at the end of it. I'm like, let me calm down. I eventually told him, I'm like, look me up on YouTube and all that stuff. And he's like, what is your name and all that stuff? So I told him, like, Sunshine or whatever, look me up on YouTube. And they are so, like, I almost set it off in there. He said, look, I'm going to leave a message. I won't be here. I won't be here after when I show back up. He said, I'm going to leave a message for the overnight security and tell them Sunshine with Highway Divas will be coming back at 8 o'clock. She will be coming back at 8 o'clock. And please put her in the staging area to get offloaded. I said, yeah, tell them a crazy lady Sunshine is coming at 8 o'clock and please just take care of me so that I can get out of here and get home. And you could just tell that was the highlight of his day. But I need to go home. That's one thing I realized. It's time for me to go home. And I'm probably not coming out. I need to go home for a week. I need a break from these crazies because y'all are bringing the crazy out of me. And I really just lost my cool there. And honestly, we've been expediting loads. We've been expediting loads every single day. I mean, making real good money, real good team money. But sometimes you need a break. Like, even though everything's been great, we've been blessed, but sometimes you need a break from all this stuff because all that expedite next day, off day, there's no time, just deliver straight through. That stuff trucking will mess with anybody's, even the strongest person, because I look at myself as a very strong person. It will mess with your mental state. But sometimes it don't be nothing wrong with you. It just be these people. They just keep pushing you. The shippers, receivers, they don't know what these drivers be going through. What's on? I mean, I done had funerals, all kinds of stuff that didn't take place over these past holiday seasons, from family members' funerals, deaths, just from family emergencies. And dealing with all this at the same time with dealing with drivers and making sure that they taken care of and everything, I felt like that, not to put or act like I'm not the victim or whatever, or I'm a victim or whatever, because I just did a status saying don't be the victim. But all of that stuff, dealing with all that stuff, I believe I do need a break. I do need a break. And I'm about to go home. Even though I'm going to be doing paperwork, I still need to just break from this out here trucking and everything so I can get my stuff together, take a break, go to a spa, do some good stuff, and then return to the road with a clear mind and back in my normal state to where I can tolerate all this little crazy stuff that goes on out here, and tolerate the crazy shipping, the rude shipping and receiving people. But honestly, you guys, something about people slamming doors right in my face. I mean, that door almost hit my forehead. That's what pissed me off. Like, don't do that. You'll be better off slapping me than slamming a door right in my face where it almost hit me. Like, if they play that camera, I hope that supervisor go back and play that camera to see what actually took place before I snatched that door open. If he would have saw what took place before I snatched the door open, he would have probably saw the reason why I snatched the door open. But anyways, we are past that. Whew, y'all, I'm about to go back to my truck and calm down, all the way down. Probably get some work. Since I'm here, I'm gonna find something to get. When we take breaks like this or forced downtime like this, we try to get work, preventative maintenance done on our truck. So I'm probably about to get my shocks changed or something, because I already got oil changed and all that good stuff. So I'll probably get my shock changed, or probably go to that other TA, because they do alignments, and try to see if I can get in line for an alignment, because I got all day now just sitting here. Lord have mercy. If y'all in the Jacksonville area, or any truckers out there, say a prayer for me, say a prayer for my mental state and coming into the year 2020, because I do not want to be snapping on people in 2020. It's time for me to go home and reset. Thank you guys, all of our subscribers, all of our supporters, everybody that's been keeping us in prayer and supporting us. We love you guys, even though we haven't posted a video in forever, but we do truly love you guys, and we plan to return. But stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, and deuces.